Hey, strong. I'm a silver boy of emergency. Ain't worried, they ain't notice me. Gotta get paid. Go on till I'm 6 feet. I'm pocket full on repeat. I ride away. I'm a silver boy of emergency. Ain't worried, they ain't notice me. Gotta get paid. Go on till I'm 6 feet. I'm pocket full on repeat. Pocket full on repeat. Gotta count up and up and down. Picture going about 100 miles. Battery we can't miss now. Standing tall, ready, always on go. Taking me 10 pounds. PO said slow down, so I come away and I skip town. 16 was on underage, there's 12 jurors in a mistrial. They seen I was underpaid, said you ride no 10 tile. I mean like a man, even if your eyes cocked, I'm there too. Touchdown like I had a 6 with a shimmy, nigga, that's a problem. Don't be worried about what's strong, dude. Do you and I'm a do I. Third boy got a paint job with a clip coat and some fall guy. Girlfriend even took a beat out of fresh meat, no big fat. Kevin Wynn and Beyonce put a ring on it in a lunch line. Head coach and I'm on the court. Referee and I'm shooting three. Put smacking it to the green. So my water, I can barely breathe. Kelly Slater with the board flip. Push it up when the chords hit. Violins in a bell tip. Open up, let me splash it, brother. I'm a boy of emergency. Ain't worried, they ain't notice me. Gotta get paid. Go on till I'm 6 feet. I'm pocket full on repeat. All right, I'm a boy of emergency. Ain't worried, they ain't notice me. Gotta get paid. Go on till I'm 6 feet. I'm pocket full on repeat. Second round of the fight, something ain't right. I got it through my life. Drew walking through the air, no night flight. One life to live, and I put 15 on all the hit the ground. Grab it past the youth, I ain't balling. Don't like 2 finger signs so far, I can't be taught. 9 is crunch time, and I send it home like a walk off. AMG on steroid, there's a flex once with a nightmare. Coming full force, no water, just no, I don't fight fair. Took flight, no flight fair. Hot rounds out of hot barrel. Put the mic in the headlock and take them tap, 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 tap there. Short SCPR. What the hell are hitting me for? You go to the water, let them up. Time for you a lifeguard. Oh, damn lifeguard. Been there with a wish shark. Light show me what's hard. Get skate books and I count cards. Play my hand for the W. Time talk about who is who. Daddy on this, who is who. I'm on the surfboard. I'm on the Sprout.
What's up? What's up? This is your boy, Mr. Know-It-All, and I'm here with the lovely Miss Bella on Hood Talk, and we ready to get the show started. So, tell me what we got going on tonight, so we can get it crack-a-lack.
Well, hello everyone. Happy Tuesday to you. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to Marcus Honeysucker on YouTube and Mr. Know It All on Facebook. One other great thing, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It doesn't cost a thing. Just do that for us. But getting started on this subject tonight, we want to discuss what's the best or worst part in the inner city or what we need the most. What would we need the most by living in an inner city? So what's the best or worst part of living in inner cities, larger cities, or even just the capital of whatever state you're in, or city life? And what will we need the most? So living in this, what you got? What you got?
So I guess sometimes you got to start at the ass end first. I guess we need some money around this thing. What we need the most is some money, some investments, somebody who ain't scared to invest in Jack.
Hmm.
That's what we need the most of.
So investors.
Just to be honest, yes, we need
Hmm.
investors. Yeah.
Okay.
So, what you think? What we need to?
Well, I think first off, in these inner cities, we need somebody to get their children and get them under control. We need y'all to raise the kids first in the inner city. But other than that, I think we do need some type of investors to invest in businesses in the cities. the inner city, especially a city like Jackson. There are a lot of businesses that are leaving, going to the suburban areas. And the economics for the city is not good because we pay high taxes, high tabs for your vehicles, the insurance for houses much higher in the inner city. So you're paying it just because of where you're laboring, where you live. So we need somebody to come in and step to give us a break.
Yeah, it's a trip when the number one city almost in America, they about number 3 or 4 in Madison. They got lower taxes than us, and we the
Yep.
worst city in America. That should tell you how backwards stuff is around here. Like they trying to drain the people who really ain't got nothing, and then they trying the people that got stuff. They ain't trying to hurt their citizens, and I think only thing a lot of our politicians do is make more laws and stuff to rape and pillage anybody that's trying to invest or anything in here because they see it as I'm looking at these other cities and they see it as it's some kind of fight against the rich. So a lot of people don't understand if you want to fight against the rich, that means the best way you can fight against the rich is be an entrepreneur and go out and do your own thing. But most people that want to fight against the rich want to work for the rich.
Hmm.
It don't make it's not adding up. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why when I talk to my partner and we go back and forth, I can see him in a better light because he's actually an entrepreneur. With the 2 entrepreneurs battling both, talking to each other, trying to figure out how to maneuver this world a little better. It's all right. But when you working for the man and crying about the man at the same time, it's kind of, you know what I'm saying? It's like having a bad boyfriend and all you do is talk about him. You don't have nothing positive to say to him, but you won't leave him.
You stay there.
You
Ain't
know,
that a bunch of junk?
in there anyway. You like, hey, I'm gonna stay there anyway. I don't like him, I don't love his name, but I need a paycheck. You staying there for the wrong reason. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like we be a little backwards on some of the stuff we do. All right, do that one up.
He said, as James said, it's called the color of the law. The governor has turned down every federal grant for colored people since he took office. And that is so true. And why? It's a personal endeavor. But the thing about it is, when you work in politics, you're supposed to be for the people, not your personal
Yeah.
feelings to react towards people because of the way you feel about somebody. And that's
Oh,
what's not
but
good.
I'm gonna tell you another reason they turned down a lot of that stuff. They turned down a lot of that stuff because once you accept federal grants and federal money, a lot of money from them, they start investigating around and seeing what you're doing with the money. So they scared that people was gonna get in Mississippi business since Mississippi is one of the corrupt states in America too. You know what I'm saying? So they scared that the feds and all that gonna come down here and dip in their business. That's how they put the little boys in the pond a long time ago. You remember when they um Emmett Till and all this kind of stuff that went on. You remember the Freedom Riders that they killed and stuff. That's the same thing they've been doing, trying to throw a rock and hide their hand for a long time. So we
Well,
got to look at
I know one reason he was saying to avoid providing health care, SNAP benefits for people that's already receiving it because he don't want to be called a welfare state. Just like when it
mm,
came to our airport. he vetoed that funding because he didn't feel like it needed it. He'd rather put it against a golf course, a community golf course, like things that would make the state look better. So
Yeah.
why he decided to do that, I don't know. It sounds like it's personal to me.
Yeah, because he didn't even accept the water money,
He
the
wouldn't even
grant for
take
help.
the grant for the infrastructure of the water, and I
I'm
still don't
telling you,
understand.
they don't want oversight. They don't want the people coming in there looking and saying, okay, making sure they're doing what they're doing with the money, because it's just like now, people running around saying, "Ooh, all these politicians, all these people got their hands in the cookie jar." It's a lot of people. You got to think about it. When the feds came through here, they called sheriffs, they called all kind of stuff. People with hands in the cookie. Think about how many of our people all through Mississippi got caught with their hands in the cookie jar.
That
And
part.
guess how they broadcast the black ones way worse than they broadcast the white ones. The white ones kind of go up and then they say something about it, and you don't hear about it no more. The black ones, they in the news every week. We're in the news every week. They started talking about our mayor every week up in the news and this and that. But I remember a couple of secretaries, a couple of white men in Rankin, and what's name they got caught? What's name they kind of done swept it under.
Brad
You ain't heard
Favre, all of them. You don't hear much about that.
you don't hear a
They
lot
they
of Ted
talked about
Gossett,
the DA and the mayor for a long time.
and then
Just
I'm gonna
like
tell you what
go ahead.
they well, the worst part about it is the buddy system. And I understand it because I know how lawyers move. I know I done had problems in the past, this and that. And the best thing to be is quiet about it and try to let it go away or make it go away or put money towards it to go away or whatever. The worst thing you can do is try to bring your business public. That's why I say all the time, even with us black people, like when our partners get caught or get arrested or whatever, don't be reposting they pictures talking about let my boy Ray out or whatever. Go to a lawyer or something or try to help them another way, because that right there ain't gonna help. All you doing is putting their business out in the street. And that's the only thing I think we do wrong. We think we helping sometimes, but sometimes we hurting more than we helping when we put the stuff out there in public like that. You know what I'm saying?
James said, if the people who building up themselves never put back into what made them.
Right.
And you can get that sometimes. Some people succeed, they never think about where they came from. Like it's so many people from Mississippi that has made it, stardom actors, you often see some of them come back to their hometown and send a little love or provide a little something,
Can I tell you something?
Sure.
And I think what it is sometimes, like we say all the time, all money ain't good money. Sometimes we think that, these people got basketball player money and stuff like that they can have a lot of money, lump sum money, that they can go out there and just throw money to the side and things. And a lot of actors, they struggle for so long to even make it. And once they make it, sometimes when I'm looking at them big cities and I'm looking at them having to stay in apartments, had to deal with security, had to deal with protecting themselves for the what you call the camera people, the called P word. They be running behind
the paparazzi.
They be running, paparazzi. They have to deal with all these type of people coming after them, and they have to protect themselves, save money, this and that. Because as soon as they go broke, what the first thing we say? oh, they were stars, but they went broke and da 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 da. And what about it is a lot of them is just like us, but they made it quick. So sometimes while they trying to figure it out, they can't just spend money while they trying to figure out because this money sometimes got to last them the rest of their life. Sometimes you only a star for 2 or 3 years, then all of a sudden you might get blackballed or anything, and you don't get no calls no more. The new next
Yeah.
man in charge, and you don't get no calls. And see, sometimes we think all these stars can just help us, but $1 million here go way farther than $1 million in California or New York or Chicago. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we got to look at everything because I remember DMX said something a long time ago. He said he got $1 million and he almost pulled a gun out on his what's name because he said the tax people took half of it. And that's how they do in New York. They take half your stuff from the door. As soon as you get your money, half of it, that's why people moving from New York, moving from California, because the taxes and how they try to treat you, being a millionaire, they try to treat you kind of bad. You got to think about it. 50 Cent moved from there. He came all the way down here to Louisiana. You got to think about it. He loved New York. He left New York where he was making moves and everything, and moved all the way and came all the way down here to Louisiana to open up a studio in this. Why would he go that far? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Yeah. So we don't even see that part of it too. You know what I'm saying? All right.
Yeah. Say they turn it down so they can buy property cheap.
Well, see, I'm gonna tell you another thing. Why we ain't buying the property cheap? See, we steady pointing at the man. If our property is being run down over here and we see houses over here going for $3,000 and all that, why we ain't trying? Half of us get, when income tax come around, we have 3, 4, 5, 6, $7,000. They could buy them a house, put it to the side, start working on it, start getting it together, and you got a whole house that, once you put some money into it, worth, 60, 70,000. You know what I'm saying?
Well, this is the
But
thing. A lot of people don't know that. Are we around here still in telling people or letting them know the ropes? Are you sharing the ideas that you know on how to do things like this? Everybody don't talk about it. We
watch
don't know
watch me
better.
do
We
this.
don't do better. Go ahead.
If you watch Hood Talk, yes, we do. We talk about all the good stuff and all the stuff. Any questions you got, we try to answer. We try to tell you how to do better, how to do this better, and all this old kind of stuff. Sometimes people don't feel like it's a lot of smart brothers on my show. They might battle me from time to time, back and forth, this and that, but it's a lot of smart brothers on my show all the time. They got themselves together. They can tell people exactly how to move. Good.
Mm.
Mm,
Guns and prisons, graveyards are big banks today.
yeah. The funeral home. Open up a funeral home is big business. Everything that does with a funeral is big business. I think it then became such big business that we are now trying to just about break people from having a funeral. Having a funeral is making people go in debt. Just having a funeral. So
Yeah.
I think we got to get to the point that um we got to start having insurance. We got to start looking at because I'm gonna tell you this: if every black man, and this gonna be controversial. If every black man in Jackson, Mississippi had insurance on them, they would find a way to make sure we wasn't killing each other because we'll be getting rich. Every time you hear killing, somebody got money to bury their family, this and that, come on, buy their house, pay this off, all that. I mean, we got to realize that it's a lot of stuff going on around here. And the first thing about it is about putting yourself in a good situation. And sometimes we can look at our child and you can watch your child go in and out the house with oozes and Dracos and all that, but you ain't got no insurance on. He's a walking car wreck waiting to happen. And you ain't got no insurance with him. And then when it's time to get buried, now we doing GoFundMe and stuff that's not beneficial. You just getting this money and you paying for something and then it's gone. We just got to learn, if we put insurance, they will stop the killing in Jackson. It wouldn't take but 10, 15 deaths and they see, oh Lord, that's $10 million. They'll be like, we got to stop that. The insurance be calling the police. They say, hey, y'all need to do something. These niggas get rich around here. I'm just keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? You know, we got to look at stuff in a different kind of way to make ourselves. We can't keep doing the same thing and want something different to happen.
Expecting a different return, yeah.
He said, what's good, bro? What's up? We sitting up in the He's Hales, Anderson.
Louisiana has good tax.
My bad, go ahead.
Louisiana has good tax shelters for entertainment. Mississippi trying to catch up.
Yeah. Mississippi is trying to catch up, and they trying to do away in a couple more years. They doing away with property. Is that property tax?
State tax.
State tax. Okay. They doing away with state tax in a couple of years. Okay, but they trying to get like Texas. Okay,
yeah, like Texas.
Go ahead.
He said, say you can buy low and sell high if you push the button the correct way.
And guess what? I know partners right now. I was talking to a dude the other day, and he said all he do is flip houses. He said, "Oh, I bought a house for 30 grand in it, and I sold it and made 150. With it had 3 acres on it or whatever, and a nice house." And I was like, "Whoa." Because when you listen to stuff, I'm more of a show me type. So I can hear somebody talk good, but if I don't see it, I wasn't, because I see stuff and I can believe it. Like when I say, "Oh, it's house out here for 3 grand and you can flip it and you make your money." Saying, but when I hear say, "Oh, I bought this for this and flipped it for that," I believe them, because I buy stuff cheap and I could flip it. But sometimes I'm stubborn and I try to hold on to it and all those type of stuff. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I could do the same thing a lot of times. But I'm just, I don't know.
He said most people don't want to listen. That's the thing. See, sometimes people can give you information and they feel like they don't know what exactly you do. So they mistrust your judgment from your outer appearance. I know I met this guy one time. This guy one time, he was telling me, "Oh yeah, I'll take your car and I'll buy it from you and I'll give you so and so, so and so." I'm like, this dude ain't got no money. I didn't know he had some money. He could have bought it. And I could have got a little bit more than what I sold it for, So a lot of times you can't look at the outer appearance and judge somebody from what you see, because that's how you can miss out on information.
Yeah. And I'm going to tell you, and I remember, and this is a crazy story. I remember talking to, he seemed like white, halfway Mexican, but he seemed like more a white boy that had, diversity in him. Okay. But I was telling him, I was like, hey, if you and your girl, you got, I was telling him, hey, all you got to do is take one of your chicks, save your chick, and y'all live off your chick. Y'all married now. You can live off your chick, save your girl chick. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all don't spend that, put it up. And 6 years, you got this, because I'm looking at it like this here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hit one more make what 50, right at 50,000 a year. I said 6 years, you done saved up 30,000 without what's name. You can buy whatever you want to buy, this and that, blah blah blah. Y'all can live like kings. Guess what? He don't even work at goddamn Sherman Williams no more. He did his thing, this and that. He caught me one day, was like, man, I appreciate that, this and that. And it's just crazy to see somebody and they remember you and they be like, oh man, I appreciate the advice. You know what I'm saying? But all I'm saying is we don't all have to bump our head. Sometimes when you get like little money, something, some benefits, whatever, and something happen, you get some money, you can live better. But a lot of times we won't because we want to live how people tell us to live. You know what I'm saying? We want to go out there, get our tax money every year. People buying new cars, new furniture, new cars, new furniture, new cars, new furniture every year. You know what I'm saying? What about if you skip a couple years and then you jump back and you buy a whole house? Because I remember telling somebody a long time ago, I had a friend, and we was talking all the time, and she was get almost 10,000 taxes. And a joke like me, I'm like, wow, $10,000 in taxes, man. You need to save that stuff about 3 years. You got 30,000, you can buy you a house. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like this here. You getting this free money, and and then it's like the system that made her think that I can't keep money like this in my bank account because they're gonna cut me off. I'm like, you can snatch it out your bank account, put it on safe, put it on your mattress, and you know what I'm saying, whatever you got to do, you know what I'm saying. But the system kind of creates this thing in their head that says, no, I don't supposed to have no money, so I can still live off the system. You know what I'm saying? And so this kind of thinking get in your head, and then you through with the system. You done got engulfed in the system. You don't want to get out the system. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. A lot of black people hate to keep more any. Okay, a lot of black people hate keep more than any other race. They learn it, then charge to access it. Okay, maybe hate to keep money more than any other race. They learn it, then
Okay.
charge it to access it. From credit to home ownership. And yes, brother, I tell my kids to put me in 100,000 to live on.
Yeah.
And like somebody was just it was a comment up there prior to that you did that right there. A living trust. A lot of people don't talk about this. This is something that you can set aside where your assets of everything that you have, it can be beneficial even after you die. So you won't have to go through that worry about how your family would know what you got and know what they need to do with. You can say what you already want done to it before, you even leave
Right.
this earth. So it'll be less war and fight among family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can agree with that. What we do? We jump some? Let me see.
No, I went back there. Now you can carry on. You good to the
Okay.
next?
What's up? What's up? Let me see. It said community block grant. Okay.
Shivani
Uh-oh.
said, guns, prisons, and gate grave sites are the big businesses yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Yet the question is why?
Well, like I said, if we turn it around and we got insurance on everybody, and like I said, if they knew, if insurance company knew, every time they kill one dude, the family get rich, they would stop. They would stop the killing of black people. And you just got to think about it. You know, a lot of times we don't want to think about why that is happening. If the insurance was getting hurt by this, if big money was getting hurt by this, it wouldn't be no problem. Because guess what? And it's gonna be crazy. A lot of people, sometimes when you see people, a lot of people dying don't even have Facebook pages. They trying to be anonymous. They out here doing all kind of stuff, all this. If your child don't want a Facebook page because he out here in the streets, you need to go and put insurance on him now. If you don't want to be known or seen at all, if you got a child around here wearing a mask around his face, you can go and put insurance on them now. You might need it just for little stuff, but I'm just saying it's just like this here. You can't watch somebody drive 100 miles per hour every day and then don't put insurance on. If you gave your child your car, if you seen how your child drive, and your child got a heavy foot or how we say it, all this here, to if you gonna let them drive your car, they need to have insurance before they get behind the wheel. If you ain't got insurance that accept them on the insurance, you can be like, can't drive mine. Cause they gonna tear it up. It's people that watch their child tear everything they got up and still let them drive their shit. They done sat there and watched their child destroy their whole life. They done watched their child put them in jail, go to jail, make them put up their house, put up all this, and make them go in debt over debt and over debt, getting them in and out of jail, all kind of stuff, but won't even put no insurance on them. It's crazy.
It is.
So we got to start thinking as a people and not how you say it, not pointing. See, sometimes we point, but sometimes it's on us on
It's
how we
our
move.
it's our cultural aspect of thinking. It has us moving different because this way everybody rock our way we used to rolling. It's nothing wrong with
Yeah.
change. It's okay for
And,
change for
and
better.
let me tell you something. And this is something that you probably can't talk about. I can talk about it. I was looking at, how they redistricting a lot of things. And I see how black people done got in an uproar and this and that. And the biggest problem with all that, because it's not the biggest problem that they might not get elected. The biggest problem is you got to appeal to both sides, what black people don't want to do. They want to appeal to the black person's side, and they don't want to appeal to white people. They don't want to be nice to white people to get elected. See, once you get elected and all this stuff redistrict, it's the best person with the best personality, and the person that they feel gonna fight for all of us. See, when you come out here and you say, I'm American and I'm this and I'm that, but then you only want to fight for one person or this, that, you letting them know that you a racist or you this, you biased. You look at something a different kind of way. It's all right to be proud of your race, but it's not our right to charge every man for other people's wrongdoing. So what I'm saying is a lot of people, because we call them the 1%. 1% of Americans damn near own America. Or I say 2%. You know what I'm saying? That own
Mhm.
most of everything. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you trying to charge a person that go to work, same place you work at, all that because his skin color different. You trying to charge him for being the same type of person as the 1%. And that's wrong. Because guess what? I know black women out here, but should I charge them like I'm looking at Oprah? Should I look at them like I'm looking at Oprah? That'll be wrong with it. To sit
Yeah.
around and look at a regular person and look at them like it's regular white people that's around here that you've been knowing all your life, and you trying to charge them the same way like they the 1%. Like they the person that make all the rules, and they out here living worse than you. So, all I can say, that's my little rant,
Right.
but we got to do better at how we point fingers. We got 1%ers, 2%ers. We can even go up to the top 10%, but we can't charge the other 90% and go hard on the other 90% down here around us because we feel like they are them.
Yeah.
That's the problem. That's a lot of the problem. We want to make every white person the big white person. You feel me? The motherfucker with all the money. We trying to make this dude down here been running around. Dude, we know, okay, sometimes we feel like, white people get more action. Okay, because it's more white people. You know what I'm saying? When you got 100 million white people in America and you got only 20 million black people in America, it's more white people. So, okay, they know more people around here to ask for the hookup. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it was more black people and we stopped the abortions and all the kind of stuff and have more black people alive, because that's the whole purpose. You can't have black people that can help you if they ain't here. If you're trying to kill off all your people, you know what I'm saying, by abortions and all this, they not here. So we got to realize what we doing and what kind of culture we doing. Because I looked at the other day when they was redistricting, and I seen black people wait till the white people got walked outside, going to their cars or whatever, and they went in and started, oh, you motherfucker, this and that, blah blah blah. Look how you wasting your time. All you doing is proving that you can't control your emotions. And 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 when somebody's looking at you and you feel like everything you do have to be very over the top,
Yep.
over the top, be over the top on everything. What all you doing is making the 100 million white people buy more guns, get ready. Because if you ever want to sit up here and feel like, see, that's the problem right there. When they redistrict this thing, see, only thing that's gonna do really is make black people understand who is the majority.
Yeah.
Right now, we think it's more black people than white people. So why the fuck is you mad? Because they redraw. If it's more you than them, You wouldn't get mad with me.
Mm.
So obviously, right now, people starting to understand. They redrawing these maps and they saying it's more white people than us. Duh. Y'all killing yourself off every year, both ways, by gunfire and by abortion. So tell me, anybody believe in Margaret Thatcher and all that, you're hypocrites. You are not down with the black people. You're not down with the black people. You're hypocrites. You say you down, but you really the enemy of us. Anybody that's sitting up here killing other black men and killing the wound that's coming at you, you're an enemy of the black people. You don't want to have that black child. Why? Don't know. You don't like that brother over there because he smiled at you the wrong way, looked at you the wrong way, stared at you, stepped on your shoe, whatever. You willing to kill him and do 20 years just because you got a scuff on your shoe. It's a lot of time dudes stepped on my shoes and all kind of stuff. That was like, it's all great, brother. And we got to get back to that. We got to get back to being a hospitality city and start realizing that we need to have love for each other.
Yeah.
And we need to really think about what we're doing and stop thinking about politics with it. We don't have the right to kill our children. Shut the fuck up. Women that say that, I don't even think you hear yourself. Women's right. We don't have the right to kill our babies. We got to go to another state to kill our babies. Huh? With a straight face. You just said that shit with a straight face. And then it was cold as ice with it. Cold as ice. It's women out here cold as ice with it. They don't even care. You know what I'm saying? Let's catch up with you coming. Go ahead.
You left one. He said, "Cause two things for sure: there's death and taxes."
You
Sharon said, "Culturally, we become used to our own taking from one another when there's no need to, therefore creating an even more narrow window of accepting to show one another less known simply help one another. People don't try to help.
Mm.
The best is the worst. I think the country will get worse for us in the future. It might be an advantage for safety in numbers, but it could cause disadvantage. They're attacking the 14th Amendment now, which gave us equal rights."
No, you still got the right to vote. You just ain't got the right to have the Congress just drawing a line where all the black people live. And you got that. If you want to represent people, you got to represent the white people and the black people. See, what it is it gonna stop a person that just saying, "Oh, black, 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 black," and they gonna make you say, "I'm for America." It gonna make people talk different. It gonna make people act different because, okay, if you sneak in and you say whatever people want to say, it's just like a relationship. If you say whatever you want to say just to get the woman, eventually she gonna find out who you really are, and then she gonna leave. And that's just what in political. It's a lot of people. We can look at the Jasmine Crockett. We can look at the little Afro man that's up there that's just screaming at the highway patrolman, other way, fuck you, cracker, and all that type of stuff. Listen, they started off, oh, I want to reach out to the left and the right. And they was talking all good to get in a position. See, this right here gonna stop people from just talking to get in position because you're gonna have to hold that position. And you ain't gonna be able to hold that position just by bullshitting people. See, you can hold position by bullshitting people in Black America because we can look around. Shit, Bennett Thompson been in office forever. Stokes been in Congress forever. They done made a living off of this shit. 30 and 40 years just doing one thing. Guess what? If you gave half of these people that talk down on all of us, if you gave them 2 terms, term limits, that they had to get out here and get a real motherfucking job and make a real living like everybody else around here, a lot of these people wouldn't be able to do it.
Well, I think they were talking about in the act of the new act they were trying to put into place for voting for voters. Not only with your
ID?
ID, not only would they
It's just
want your
ID.
ID, not only were they
Go ahead.
wanting your ID, they were possibly adding to try and put an additional identification with your ID, like a passport or your birth certificate to know that you are part, if it's really you, like your ID isn't enough.
Not,
But you can,
no,
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 that's,
no.
no. I'm finna say that's kind of incorrect. What I'm saying is, when you go to vote, all you got to do is pull out your driver license or your state ID, and you can
Okay,
vote.
that's
What
now.
they
That's
saying?
now.
Hold on, this is what I'm saying. No, this is what I'm saying. If you don't have a picture ID like this here, that's when they saying birth certificate and these other things that you got to have 2 of them to try to what's name because you got to compensate for not having a picture ID. You feel what I'm saying? If you got a picture ID, ain't nobody gonna tell me that you bring a picture ID to vote and they didn't give you the right to vote. You feel what I'm saying? They bullshitting you. They do it every day. We've been voting with ID forever. Don't nobody, you just can't tell them your name such and such and they take your word for it. Where your ID at to identify that this is you? You feel what I'm saying? I can go to the damn polls right now and say, my name, Aaron Honeysuckle. That's my daddy. I can go up there right now and do it like this here and vote in his name. And what he gonna say when it's time for him to vote? That's what ID is all about. So we got to stop being stupid and just going on this stupid shit because this is a facade. We always need an ID to do anything. To cash your motherfucking check, you need ID. To go to the bank to get anything in that motherfucker. No, I'm sorry going there. But to do anything, you need ID. To go in the bank. Listen, your account, you can have $300,000 in that motherfucker. You can't get a damn thing out of that motherfucker if you ain't got ID. Try to get $10,000 out your account and ain't got no ID. Or I ain't got no cell phone. Cause get what they tell me. When I go in there, I try to get big money out, get what they say. We finna send you a text to verify you. Seeing them right here. They already got my ID. They still gonna send me a text to my phone before they give me that money. That's what they saying. When it reached a certain level, they still gonna make sure that it's you. Cause so much people getting away with fake IDs, all this stuff, they got to make sure it's you. And guess what? Security, I believe in it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't believe in security, but I believe in it. Come on down here.
One whole life
There it is.
insurance policy can create 3 generational wealth. But you gotta have it first. You gotta get it
No, I'm
first.
just saying. I'm just saying. It's ladies that done lost 3, 4 children. Sorry to say this and that, but guess what? If she had lost that first child, if she had insurance, she could have moved all her other children out of the hood, out away from that environment, and could have saved the rest of them. If you understand the comment, you know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't understand what I'm saying. Come on with it.
You seen a race. You seen as race. You seem as racist when you and your people have been the poorest, most discriminated and mistreated. No, I say you speaking up, and the same people in power don't want to hear you because they know that data support your claims.
You're a chum. You just support your claim. Hold on, let me see. You'll see
See,
racism in
you
your
maybe I think he's saying you seem, but I guess he said you seen as racist when you and your people have been the poorest, most discriminated and mistreated. I guess you're talking about the black culture. He said, no. I say you speaking up, and the same people in power don't want to hear you because they know the data support your claims. Data supports the claim that you're claiming or whatever they're against.
I don't. I'm trying to understand exactly what he's trying to say, but I'm gonna take it later because I can't understand exactly what he's trying to say. Do you? Can you understand exactly what he's trying to say to me?
No, no. I can kind of understand, but I'm not for sure. So if you would
Yeah, I'm
justify
trying to
yourself,
figure it out
Jay.
too.
Yeah, need to get more black people out to vote. Those that
Right,
can, yeah, get out
because
and vote.
they say Mississippi is 35% black folks. So in certain regions, even though they cutting it up, it's still gonna be able to, because people gonna debate against each other, and they're gonna look for the best person, not the blackest person or the whitest person. They're gonna look for the best person. Let me tell you something. I've been dealing with white, black people all my life, and you know what? A white person love more than just his race, a better deal. So when you come and you come correct and you talking correct and you talking like you want to help everybody, they see that. People don't act like it's not black Republicans that had to win. How they think Obama won? Obama didn't win because that hold on, he was a Democrat. He won all the way around because he knew how to talk. He knew how to what's his name. He knew a lot of things that he got people right there. Bam. And his second term he switched up a little bit. That's why people started looking at him different. You feel what I'm saying? Because he know he ain't got no other term left. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing with Donald Trump. With his second term, he doing whatever he feel like he think necessary. It don't matter what people think. And that's just how people move when they know it's the last ride. If you knew that you got leverage. You can talk all the kind of stuff. You can do whatever you want. And you got 3 years to do it. Anything you want. You gonna make moves out the fuck you want to make because you know, okay, after this, I can't do it no more. It's like if somebody telling you was fired. We're gonna let you go in July. And in January. Nigga, till July, they better watch the fuck out because you finna go ham around that thing. You know what I'm saying? You finna do whatever you want to do. You know they finna let you go. You like, hey, they finna close the company in July. You finna make some money. You gonna do everything you can except for getting put in jail. And they just, keeping it real.
Stop being so selfish and back to
Community.
community. The best thing for this city is to not only just stand up for the minor things, yet stand up for minor things and major things truly affecting this city. The worst thing is this city is to continue being biased with picks and chooses of what to stand for. The power of the almighty dollar creates a multitude of divisions with the city's population.
I can agree with that. Come on with it.
Jay said there are less less Japanese and Chinese, but they got reparations for things for the U.S. aid us did to them. Wrong being done to blacks more harsher in more ways than other races. But black people aren't judged by equal standards, so numbers can't be deciding factor.
I agree because I just put up a thing about an Asian woman actually speaking on that, and I agree. I agree with that. I can't disagree with that. Come on.
More Democrats get a chance to vote in red districts.
Right. And they can choose, okay, now red districts, if they know they got 20,000, 40,000 black folks in their district, they oh shit, I can't just move like this here. I got to look out for the black people there and look out. See, places like Cleveland, Mississippi, and a lot of Delta and some of these places that really ain't really giving no help like they should be, they will be getting more help now because you got a district that you're not looking over.
Yeah.
That's the problem. It's being looked over when you gerrymander and you just make all this black, all this right here black. But when you make it black and white, black and white, black and white, oh no, black and white people when they get together, oh no, you going to do this and do when they get together, oh no, you got to do something. You can't just come and play with us. You know what I'm saying? You got to do something.
Know your policies. They should be multimillionaires.
Yeah.
You're going to need more than life insurance or some money. Most people who win large lotteries usually end up back where they started in 3 to 7 years.
I can agree with that, but I can't agree if they was paying out $1 million, $2 million by every man died through Jackson every year, when they were giving out 50, 60 million, 100 million every year, they'll stop that shit, dude. The insurance and all that, they would get on the police ass and tell them, nah, you got to stop this. So let me tell you one thing about money. Money will still make you go and try to make a better life. Even if you ain't got it all to make that better life, it gonna make you go out there and try. Tell me if you don't drop $1 million in the motherfucker and they ain't gonna try to goddamn and get it right. They gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna go to the stock market. I'm gonna do this. They finna try to make something happen.
Yeah.
They gonna buy some car or tow truck, some lawnmower. They gonna do something to try. And that's the problem. A lot of people ain't trying to move from where they at. You feel me? Once people try to do different or try to do better, it's a whole different outlook. You know, and people can look at me crazy, but it's a whole different outlook when people trying to do better. When you just sitting there and you ain't really thinking about, oh yeah. But when you trying to do better and you done motherfucking dropped $1 million in your pocket, oh, you ain't gonna tell me you just gonna sit around here and hang around nigga trying to buy some Hennessy. You gonna go out here and try to do better. And guess what? That company that gave you that motherfucking $1 million, they don't like that. They don't like that shit. They gonna tell them motherfucker, hey, y'all gotta stop that down there. Y'all gotta put more police. Some down there, dude, you got people dying and getting rich off our ass. They ain't gonna like that. I'm just telling the truth. Irma said we having a great show. She said I'm watching. Appreciate you. I know you have sleeping and just stay up just a little while longer. Don't go to sleep.
Don't go to sleep, Irma. It get rid of Mississippi lottery pool.
Now I'm gonna tell you this. I didn't never like the lottery because only reason I didn't like the lottery because I feel like the lottery wasn't for us. I feel like when you bring a gambling casino and all that, you break so many people. The couple people that make it really ain't making it. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the casino came down here and broke half of Mississippi.
Yes, it did.
I know dudes that was almost millionaires that's broke now because of the casino. So I don't
That's
have
terrible.
no love. I don't have no love for the casino. I don't have an inch of love for the casino because I know the casino done put people in bad places around here, and I'm just not. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it or nothing. I just feel like the casino is a deadly place. You know, it will people come to not make it no more, and I'm just keeping it real. Yeah. I think we
He
need
said
to
it's
hold
not.
on.
It's not that lottery. It's not the lottery. The one who decide where our state fund goes. So the lottery is not the ones who decide the state funding. The gambling
I
commission
can,
is just part of the state.
yeah, I can agree
Whole
with that,
branch.
but I feel like the same point that we still getting a bad rep off it. I don't think nothing good is coming through the lottery or the boat. Nothing. I think it's here to break us. It's here to take money. It's here to scheme. I'm gonna tell you this, and I ain't never told this story. And this story that need to be told. I remember having a club. I remember having the gambling machines in my club. And I remember crying one night. It was a dude, and he was hidden on the gambling machine. I'm like, man, I done called the gambling people. Hey, this motherfucker down tearing my ass up down. And you know what he told me?
Uh,
He said, hey, that gambling machine ain't made for them to win. Just give it time, you'll be all right. I paid that man out everything he wanted. After that, I made money off that motherfucking machine because, like he said, it ain't made. We can play the game all we want, like we think it's made for us to win. That's why I was never no big gambler because it ain't made for us to win.
I know, right?
When he told me that, it changed my mentality about gambling. You know what I'm saying? You think you going out there and you think it's an equal field. You like, oh yeah. No. You are far from reality. It's not made for you to win. It's not designed for you to win.
Mm-hmm.
It's designed for you to fail. So sometimes we look at stuff and we try to make it seem like, oh yeah, whoop de whoop. It ain't. And I'm just keeping it real. Come on with it.
Lottery poll moved the funds for Brett Favre.
Oh no, but you might be right. Come on with it.
Jay said, I've noticed Caucasian people left, white people left Jackson mainly because of depopulation of whites or crime. I never heard of white people complaining of mistreatment, discrimination, or being excluded from equal opportunities because of their white skin. That has always been a black issue all around the world, even in Africa sometimes. I think the Africans probably face the discrimination in our country because they don't do that in their country.
I love this from him. I'm finna tear you up, Jay. I'm gonna tear you up, Jay, and you ain't gonna like this one. I might have to take your thing down, but I'm gonna tear you up for them because okay, I'm gonna do it like this, Jay. Think about this. You saying that? Hold on, let me put your comment back up because I want to make it notice. I noticed white people left Jackson mainly because of depopulation of whites or crime. I never heard of whites complaining of mistreatment. Think about it. If they leaving because of crime, that is complaining about mistreatment, discriminating, or excluding from equal opportunities because of their white skin. Okay, this is what you don't understand. Go to every major city. It is damn near ran by blacks and Latinos. Every major city. The problem is you are not understanding what is crime and what is equal and all that. Because let me tell you something. If somebody tell you that they run the city, and you got to go through them to deal with it. Because black people did it. Black people, they got a black president. They jumped up. They said, "Oh yeah, my president is black." They made songs off of it. They did everything they could do to make it racial. They did everything they could do to make white people dislike them. Black people do it every day. They say, "Oh, cracker this, cracker that." Oh, they want to say all kind of stuff, but then they don't want to believe anything they say is racial. They want to sit up here and play the role. Oh, what was me? I ain't getting this, I ain't getting that. But guess what? We look around. Every basketball player just about is black. 70-80% of the NBA is black. 70-80% of the football teams is black. Millionaires, Brown. They coach the millionaires not to give back to us. They say, "Oh, these folks want your money and this and that. Don't give it to them. They just stop." And let me tell you something what they told me when I was working at the strip club. They said, "Don't give a woman at the strip club your money because she forever will look at you as a trick." So what I'm saying in so many words is we talk a good game, but we ain't living what we talking. I remember back in the day, we used to say we don't need nobody to make it. Now we crying every day, talking about what we need this. Listen, some of the stuff we think we need, they ain't gonna never give us. But we steady begging for it. We steady asking for it. We steady getting it. Because, like I said, when you look at us and millionaires and all this that's black, that's making money, they going and they cleaning up their neighborhoods. They talking, they saying, "Oh yeah, we doing this, doing this. I'm supporting this non-profit and all that." We just got to change up what we spend our money on. They didn't convince us to spend our money here when we probably need to be spending our money there. But what we got to do, we got to do right. We got to do right by each other. We talk a good game, but we actually have to make sure the game is right. Who we got up next anyway? Oh, there it is. Right there. All right, did we already did that, right?
Mm-hmm.
No,
Yes,
that's right. Okay, come
that's
on.
we've already done. Every major city has a relatively large crime statistics, but also an equal white population.
We lied. We lied. We can look it up, and it's not true. We run to the major cities, black people. We run to the major cities. We look at every major city: Memphis, Chicago, Washington D.C., Jackson, Mississippi, Atlanta. Just think about every major city you know. Tell me you don't know black folks up in there. Every major city we know, Los Angeles. Just keep it going. Just keep it going. We lying to ourselves. We say, let me tell you something, and this is gonna be hurtful. I remember back in the day watching how black people ran from the country. Our grandmas, granddaddies. left us shit. We took the property, sold it. We ran to the city. The white people bought our property, double back, ran to the country. We ran to the city like we was having something. And all we did was get Gafford. We got Gafford. We looked around and we said, oh, everybody gone. No, but nobody was actually here. We sit here and we play the game wrong. We play the game wrong. We talk a good game, but we play the game wrong. And all I'm saying is we got to do better on playing the game. Because we playing the game wrong, and then we talking this shit, we talking this big shit like we know everything about, and we really don't. So we can do all this major city stuff. Major cities are Milwaukee. We think about every major city. Chicago, Milwaukee. Just think about every major city you know. Las Vegas, LA, all that. We done ran there and then turned it out. It ain't a major city like that no more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not a major city like that. Come on with it.
Should have the rappers wear a year worth rent for the whole projects.
Yeah, but we don't need that security and all of the. It's hard for me to talk about the rappers and all that because they go out there and they perform out every weekend and trying to make their stuff pop and all that, and we come and we try to make ourselves seem like we better than them when they the talent. It's all about talent when you make it real money. You know what I'm saying? We try to make it seem like we the talent and you should be happy that we know you. And that ain't how the rap game and stuff like that even work. Come on with it.
Those 78% of ball players are only 3% of the millions in America. They are the new overnight millionaires who still largely end up nearly broke still.
Okay. And this, I'm glad you said it. So let's dive into that. Why black brothers are ending up broke? 78% of them. Because they treasure the wrong things. They treasure gold, cars, clothes, all the stuff. You remember the movie Guns and Butter, Jay?
Mm-hmm.
Looked around and he said, what you want? Guns or butter, you dumb motherfucker. He said it just like that. You dumb motherfucker. What do you really want? Guns or butter? He said, butter is the shit that you buy that ain't worth a fuck after you buy it. And he said that's cars, clothes. And I forgot what else. But he said guns is the one. He said artwork, property, real estate, shit that that grows with your investment. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So we got to realize what we want. Guns or butter. You want the clothes? You want the cars? You want the bullshit that don't mean nothing after we buy? Think about it. Come on with it.
Need to be sent in our community, in our own community.
Mm.
Has a rich Black history ever happened in major cities? In every has
Oh,
rich Black history in every major city.
yeah, it has. It's called Russell Simmons. It's called Oprah Winfrey. It's called a lot of things. But it's called every NBA player and all that. It's called we don't understand sometimes what's going on around us because we so busy, got our hand out, and we always need. We got a lot. We still get. Man, I done say. Let me tell you, something. And this is not a lie or a joke or nothing. I done seen people they got money. They stay in good houses, sit in line to get free shit. Don't tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. Bro, tell me I'm lying. I know 'em. I done seen them in line. I done seen motherfucker with Lexuses in line trying to
Yeah.
get free. I seen something today. I think it was on Northside Drive. And they had a long line of people trying to get free shit across from AutoZone. I'm gonna call it out. God damn it. Shit. Fuck it. And I said, I ain't seen no regular cars in the line. Cause get what? Regular cars be done cut off in the line and all kind of stuff. They ain't gonna be. Listen, I seen good cars and all that in line, chilling, wanting certain stuff. But you know what I'm saying? They got to be in line. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So all I'm saying is sometimes we be bullshitting and we don't even know we bullshit.
But you know, although you can have the nice rides or whatever, you don't know the circumstances of the people. Somebody could have given them that car. But just say even if nobody gave it to them and it was theirs, they probably can't afford past what they got. So a little assistance for some, I would say those that need it, get in the line. Nothing's wrong with it. But if you don't need it,
No,
let somebody else that is less fortunate get in that line. I see
and
people
I
sit there
understand
and they just do it just to see what they giving away, see if it's something that they want, you know. So
that part. That part. See, that's what I'm pointing at. See, I'm not really pointing at the people because guess what? If an old person got a nice car, a nice old car, or whatever, I can see if they got a 2025 sitting out in there. But if an old person got a nice car and they out there and they trying to, I understand it. But the problem is sometimes you got a person that's out there and they know they should be out there. They
and
know
that
they
be the
got a lot.
thing, those that's being greedy. If you can afford to take care of yourself,
There
do
you
that.
go.
There are people out there that are really less fortunate. Have you been in the grocery store lately? I'm sure you have.
Yeah. There's
But
a really people out
groceries,
there that's
yeah,
greedy.
grocery is high. You know, some people can't afford it. They living on a set income. So they need the
I
help.
know I'm greedy because guess what? I seen, I hate to cut you off. I seen some stuff that they were giving away way out in, I don't know, there was a hurricane or something. Something happened in Mississippi. There flood and this and that. And I was sitting up there and I was watching what they were doing and thing. I was like, ooh, wish I could go up there and get me some free stuff. But I mean, sometimes your mind just set on free. You feel me? It ain't even set on being right. And that's why I had to challenge myself so many times because sometimes my mind ain't just right. It's just on getting some. No, I'm just keeping
Free.
it real. You know
Free. You just want it. They getting it free. It's free. Let me give me some of this free stuff. Now let me tell you, if they ever out giving those sweet potatoes out free again, let me know. I'm going to get me some. I don't care. That ain't got nothing to do with if you can make it without it or nothing. Give me some of those potatoes.
Yeah, I just feel like sometimes, sometimes some of this free stuff you just want because it's free.
It's free.
It's
You ain't
not
gotta
because
buy
you
it.
need it. I done seen people listen burn $10 worth of gas getting a goddamn thing of water. That's 3.49 and at Sam. You understand what I'm saying? People
Yeah.
will wait in line for a whole hour and burn gas, burn this for something that costs $3, $4.
It's free.
Tell you, man. Cause sometimes free mess your head up. Sometimes
Uh,
free will make you think different than you should be thinking. And that's what I'm trying to say. Sometimes free will just fuck my head up and have me thinking a different way. And I see what people go through sometimes. Come on with it.
Those are few major cities. White make up a good part of the population, like it or not. It may be more of us, but it's mostly white or Spanish making up majority.
Hold on. Don't none of that make sense. It might be more of us, but mostly white Spanish make up the majority. That don't sound right. That don't sound like an intelligent conversation right there. Because you cannot say on one end it's more of us, but then on the other end say whites and Spanish make up the majority. Which one you got to lean on, dude? Come on, man. You got to see, even Bella can't even. She trying to hold up for you, but she like,
I ain't
yeah,
say
he right.
nothing.
That wasn't a good makeup of how you supposed to move when you feel like you the majority. You can't say it might be more of us and at the same time say it's mostly white. You can't say that on the second end of the sentence. Come on, man. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes, and I ain't gonna do you like this, but sometimes democratic people think kind of crazy. You can't say it's most of us, and then on the same side turn around and say, it, but it's mostly white and Spanish people that make up the majority. Listen to yourself. You're double talking. That's the object of double talking right there. When you say something which you feel like ain't right and change around, say the opposite shit, not even a sentence later. You said it in the same sentence. You contradicted yourself in the same sentence. It is, hold on. Those might be few major cities. White make up a good part of the population, but like it or not, it might be more of us. Okay, okay. My head hurting already. Just thinking about it. It might be more of us, but it is mostly white and Spanish that make up the majority. Come on now. You talking against yourself. at the same point. You saying one thing and doing another. I'm just keeping it real. Come on with it.
Because of the system that forced them to stay confined to a certain area, limited education, which have them focus on a lifestyle that benefits the gatekeepers who pull the strings to make the money reside back in their pockets.
All right. And if they are so limited education, if you got more education, you should be able to convince them to get on your team. So basically, you call another person dumb or don't know no better, but you
I
can't
don't
even
think
get them
he's
on.
doing that.
You can't even get them on your team. I'm just saying that what it sounds like. I'm just saying. Go ahead. Next.
Just said our priorities are mixed up these days.
Okay, next.
Jay said, I'm typing short story. I can't speak directly like you can. I thought you could read in logic between the lines.
Did you just tap dance around this, man? You just tap dance because I caught you slipping. You want to tap dance around it and try to make it seem like you ain't say what you said. You were trying to say something else, but you just didn't say it exactly how you wanted to say it. So it didn't come out right out of my
So
mouth.
he said it another way. You got to
Uh-huh.
learn how to read logic.
Yeah, that was. All right. Come on.
He said, I bet you can figure it out, though. Okay.
That tell Bella. I bet you can figure it out. My bad. Let me tell it all, goddamn. All right, come on.
That's why our money needs to circulate in our community more than it does there. But there's nowhere to circulate it. You know, in the communities, there's nothing left in our communities hardly
It's
anymore.
it,
It's
it's a way to
outsiders running our community stores.
it's a way to circulate it, but the problem is the way to circulate it. A lot of people don't care to circulate. It's just like Jews and all these other people that circulate their money through their neighborhood before it come out. We so busy. Soon as we get money, we want to buy TVs,
So give me
shoes.
an idea. Give me an idea how we can circulate money in our communities. Give me an
When
example.
when we get money, we can buy houses.
Okay, so just buying houses, that's the only way you can say we can circulate money in our
No, I'm
community.
saying no. No, I didn't say that's the only way.
No, I'm
Okay.
saying that's the only one you could think of. I'm saying besides
No,
buying houses, give me another
I,
example so I
I
can
got
kind of
it. I
see.
got it. You ain't let me do it
No,
yet.
I
Okay.
was just making sure you knew what I was asking. That's all. Calm
Okay.
down, okay?
What I guess. Okay. Um, what I'm saying is the second thing. Okay. Um um I think so the first one was what?
More ways that we can circulate in our community, money. And
The first
I
what's
can
the
even
first one
start
I said? What's the first one I said?
houses, purchasing homes.
Okay. The
But if you
second,
purchase a home, yeah, okay, I got that.
okay, the second I would see, and hold on, we got to own something. We can't circulate because we don't own much like we used to.
Okay, well, even if you want to
Invest in
circulate,
stores, try to invest in stores and stuff like that that black owned that a person can come and say, oh Okay, they own this, and well, I spend money with them because they own it. That that is a problem.
Well,
We
what
don't
if you
have enough.
don't have?
Like,
That's what I'm saying. What if you don't have the black owners in your area, in your community? I would say a way you can get together with other investors and invest within your own community. And I'm not saying that it has to be a certain race, and then just like education, take a school in your community and become an adoptee. Provide things towards the children education, things that will make school better. You'll be so surprised how many kids go to school that can't afford school supplies, doesn't have book bags, doesn't have clothes and shoes, uniforms to wear. So oftentimes, it's people, that still just donate to the schools, like donate uniforms, donate school supplies, sanitizer, clinics, the winter season, things like it's people that actually do things like this. So those are some of the ways you can donate into your community by being an effect on someone else's life.
I see, there's a lot of things that you could do to kind of in the
Yeah,
community
be
type
a member
thing.
in your community. Go out and get some youth together in your area. And let's go to the park. Find your local park and spend some quality time with these young men and just have a talk with them. There are some boys that doesn't even have anybody to talk to or to explain things about life. That's how we end up having so many young children bearing children at a young age because they don't really talk to people. They just know this is going to happen, and you don't protect yourself. And it's more than just getting a baby. You can get hurt or put off in sex traffickings and things like that. It's so many things we can do for our youth because they are our future. So I would say first start a community, get involved with the youth. Where your money go, banks, black companies, commercials within your community. Community block grants. Whites make up a large part of population. Two, he said one, whites make up a large part of population. Two, it might be more of us in the large cities than the not so large ones. Three, even in those large cities, white and Spanish culture still controls the numbers. You just talking about Texas. You don't think you're talking about everywhere. They're trying to get in our areas, Spanish, the other culture, Mexicans, or however you call them. They're moving around in Mississippi a lot. I see them in a lot of black neighborhoods buying homes and renovating them, bringing in
I can
six
believe,
families to start buying homes. Yeah.
yeah, I can agree. Okay, we can mess around and get in some subjects now. We ain't being nuts. Come on with it.
You were saying like what's the best or worst parts of living in inner cities and what would we need the most? So your first thing is the people I have met over the years. So that's the best part of living in inner cities. You've met good
Yeah,
people.
to me, I think knowing who I know, I feel like that's the best part to me because I feel like when you don't know who you know, you might know the other people, and that's kind of you know. eh, well,
Knowing where to go and where not to go. You got to
uh,
be familiar with the area for that to happen.
yeah, I feel like I walk around Jackson, I know exactly where to go and exactly I do not need to be. So sometimes I think people don't realize that so much when you kind of don't mess around over there. You know what I'm saying? I think we don't understand that part of the game.
Nope. Knowing it's on me to make it day by day. You gotta live your life accordingly. Be safe out here.
That part. Come on.
Green from here. Mr. Know-It-All said, I love Mississippi.
That's part of it. I think a lot of people don't understand. Some people love this place. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't. Some people don't love this place. So a lot of people that sometimes they be like, "Oh, I want to leave Mississippi and all that."
I don't know
They
why at
don't
first,
like
it used to be people reverting to Atlanta, Georgia. Now you have a lot of people reverting to Texas. I'm moving to Texas. Okay.
they don't know where they want to go. Come on, with it.
Worst part, no real money for everyone. Yep, I agree.
I agree with it. Come on with it.
No good jobs for everybody. Just a few. At one time, Nissan was hiring people left and right, and people were so excited about the job. Now you just barely hear it. And then Amazon came along. People start saying, I'm working with Amazon. Then they start complaining, I never have a day off. You were making the money. So no place for the kids to play.
That
Why?
part.
Because they turned the parks to fight zones for social media. People running red lights and having wrecks that is unnecessary. Forget that they're playing chase run from the cop in Jackson these days. You can very seldom you can see a police chase at least once or twice a week and be almost involved. You just all of a sudden I've seen it. I'm like, why is that car driving like that? Not knowing he's running from 7 police cars, capital on their tail, you know? I was just like, Lord, please keep the young man because he just flying by like jamming, like he just cruising, like this is not funny. People are killing everyone over nothing. Nobody talks anymore. They just say, what? Well, actually, I heard today, I saw on something today that in Boston, a man with an AR just on the street, every car passed by, he just shooting at the cars.
I seen it. I seen that video. I was like, wow.
Right, isn't that crazy? What would you do if you saw somebody pointing a gun at your car? You think I'd be driving that slow past him?
Back at his ass.
Women are so manly. Well, it's not our fault that you stay in the manly women circle. You need to go to where some soft women are. So if you be surrounded in your rough area, so all women don't act manly, but yeah. Next.
Come on, look.
Friends become enemies overnight. Well, hey, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. But it has been a great show. Talking about the inner cities and Jackson, everybody basing their political and non-political reviews. Jay giving his short stories as he called them. But don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. But we will see you guys on next Tuesday at 9:00 p.m.
Yeah. Trip out big splash, baby, you can see it. Yeah. Strong.
Listen. Okay, what? Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes. What you talking about? What you talking about, Willis?
Go down till I'm 6 feet, a pocket full on repeat. Now, picture go, can't miss now. Standing tall, ready, always on top.
Got him! Got him!
Even if your
Population.
Nigga, that's a problem.
Population.
Y'all fancy.
He
cold. She belongs to the He cold. She belongs to the streets.
Ain't worried, they ain't notice me. Gotta get paid. Go down till I'm 6 feet. A pocket full on repeat. I'm sucking for the perfect feed. I ain't worried, they ain't notice me. Gotta get paid. Go down till I'm 6 feet. A pocket full on repeat.
All right now. Don't forget, next Tuesday at 9 o'clock, be there or be square every Tuesday at 9 o'clock. Don't forget the show. We love y'all, and we're going to let y'all go on this thing. That boy. Peace.
Well, good night, everybody.
Good night, y'all.